Well, our order of product has come into the store, which means coming to pick it up. Hang on a second here. Come on, get in there. Now, the one thing I will say about this is that if you're using Model Eater's mass adjustment mod, it does make loading the liquids a little bit trickier. You gotta make sure that you get yourself all the way into the forklift slats. I mean, all the way in. Come on, all the way in, all the way in. And then tip them back. If they're at the end of your forks, you will tip forward. I mean, the back end on this thing is super light when you're dealing with, you know, 2,000 liters of water or of liquid. So yeah, just a heads up on that. So that's, I believe it's on the Mod Hub. I'm not sure where it is, but it's a little mod that lets you have more realistic, oh dear, here they go again. More, I don't know, let's just call it realistic, get over it. More realistic masses to your product. So be it fertilizer, be it pesticides, whatever. The liquid stuff has a fair amount more weight to it. Now I gotta be a little bit more precise than that about loading this stuff, because I've got 8 of each coming. Hoping to do it in a single trip, but we'll see. This 40-foot PJ trailer, which looked ridiculous on my my little Ford truck, actually works amazing on this International, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Thought I was going to have to get like a Fliegl flatbed for it, or an American style flatbed for it, but you know what? This thing doubles as a pretty effective float or lowboy or whatever you want to call them. So I think I'm going to hang on to this and just use the big float if I'm bringing around big harvesters or really large equipment. So the big yellow float's going to become a rental, I believe, and we're just going to work with the trailers that we got. Let's see here, and in you go, all the way in, come on, all the way in, all the way in, come on, all the way in, all the way in, and tip. And there you go, sort of balanced. Alright, razor all the way up. Alright, so I'm not going to make a whole episode out of this. I'll be right with you after this.
Ain't nothing but cornfields stretching out as far as you can see. Up ahead, behind, and in between. Ain't nothing but cornfields. Yeah, this is who I am.
Alright. I'm not sure why the PJ trailer doesn't have collisions on the back ramps. I mean, there's got to be a reason why they fold up like this. So, anyway. let's see what happens here. What's it gonna give me? What's it gonna give me? All right, so I got straps there, but no straps near the back. Huh, okay. Well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna drive it home just like that, and you know, trust farm sim physics to make sure everything's okay. What? No, really, I just wanted to prove to you this is not an auto load trailer. If you buy 16 barrels or something, you gotta load 16 barrels or something. Which is pretty damn cool if you ask me, but I'm just that kind of sadist who likes to just do forklift work every now and then to kill time. Anyway, let's get her going, see if this goes horribly wrong on me. We'll keep it nice and slow, and we should be fine. It should work better than when I did it with the Ford anyway, because man, that thing really struggled with a full load of liquid on the back. So I saw somebody out there built a trailer with bins to hold liquid fertilizer and liquid herbicide. I think I'm going to get myself one of those eventually. I think that would maybe be a nice investment, since how, you know, with the volume of land we're doing and the amount of herbicides and fertilizer we're using, it wouldn't be a waste of money, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's get this stuff back to the farm, get on to the next job. Alright, home sweet home. That's our next job right there. We got a plow or subsoil the field right around the barn. Thing about it is you're sort of torn, right? Because it's kind of a cheaty piece of equipment, because it does allow you to cultivate and plow at the same time, so you kind of skip a step. But when you take into consideration the fact that, I mean, basically in this part of the world, they don't plow at all for soil erosion reasons, it's kind of a nice compromise. I guess the only other thing that I was thinking about doing as a compromise is to get a disc that would apply a plowing texture, so that way I would have to disc my crop stalks and then cultivate in the spring. But again, no season, so how far do you want to go with this, right? All right, let's just pop that sucker off of there. Hope she stands up. All right, let's see here. Well, I'm not going to claim, well, there's my dump truck. There's my dump right there. Nice piece of equipment. So we made it with most of our fertilizer and seed intact. I'm not going to claim to be perfect. One of them came off, but lucky for me, I saw it coming off, so kind of spun it off the side of the road. I'll go back later with the 6R and pick that up. Around here, no one's going to take a tub of fertilizer by the side of the road. That would be pretty much unneighborly. And there's plenty of times when people get all that product delivered field side, so no one's going to touch it for sure. Alright, let's just pull this old girl into here for now. Kind of feels a little bit empty in this barn with the combine gone and the auger bin gone. Really like that the auger bin, but doesn't really fit with what where I'm going with this farm, so we're gonna let it go. Oops, hang on a second. Just turn those off. Don't leave it in reverse gear. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, back into big boy country here. Let's get our 8R out. Already got the weights on it and everything. Let me just see here if it needs a little bit of maintenance. Nope, already done. Yep, after harvest, I took all my equipment and walked it through the shed, cleaned it all up, did whatever maintenance I had to do for it. She's all ready to rock and roll for whatever the next step is. Alright, forward hoe. Alright, here we go. Alright. So that's my cultivator. I'm going to hang on to that because some of the fields only need cultivation and some of them need plowing and cultivation. So that'll be fine. I think I'm going to get myself a little weed harrow to be able to take care of these weeds in first stage. No point in me running a weed harrow now. Everything's going to get plowed under. And frankly, I prefer to get the nutrients of those weeds into the soil. So plowing them under is the best thing to do. I also need to take a little bit of time and clean up this area because I've got lime lying all over the place from last year. And all that's going to do is dissolve in the rain and cause me problems with my concrete pad. So I should get stuff off of there. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. A little bit of extra time on my hands. Alright, and you, and... Alright. There we go. Good. Beautiful. Can't wait for manual attach. Oh, nope, not that one, but that works. That's good to know. Alright, shifter into forward. Okay, so the field that needs subsoiling is this little puppy right over here. So I think it needs the most help of all of our fields after the season. See, there's my fertilizer tank right down there. Almost made it. Almost. Can't have everything. Alright, so unfold that. There we go. Okay. We'll just do this one up and down because, frankly, this guy's a beast. He can do anything. I kind of want to get the 9R on the farm, but I don't think it's necessary, honestly. Alright, let's see here. There we go. And fire it up, and off we go. We got the whole field. We got the whole field. Good. Hit the cruise control on her. Good. Alright. So now we're going 11 miles an hour. There's a fair amount of field to be done. Maybe the old 8R is a bit underpowered for this, but you know, I don't know if I'd want to be cultivating or cultiplowing any more than 11 miles an hour. If anything, I feel like that's a little bit fast. The amount of steel you're dragging through the ground doing this operation, I don't think it would be good for a machine to be just rip-roaring through there. Plus, I'm pretty sure it would cost you a fortune in tines, especially with the subsoiler. So, yep, I'm quite comfortable at 11. So, everything's locked, yeah, steering's locked. Field seems to be a little bit out of true with the land. So, I'm not going to worry about that. The sheer volume of sugar beets we're putting down on this farm. One row. Hell. I'll sell you that any day of the week. I'll give away a row. By the end of harvest, I'll be wanting to give away the rows. So... Okay. Nice. Alright, and take off the auto steer and raise it and turn. Alright, I need to map one more button to turn off my cruise control to my side panel. Because running into trees at the end of the field, because the cruise control won't come off properly with the pedals is frankly not acceptable. So you, and we'll go down this way, turn that off right about there, and down and hit it. And cruise control. Alright, so one of the great things about this new system is that you can do this. You can just hop into here, go into control pads, and go... Where is my cruise control? Cruise control. While you're working away, change driving direction, no, dump, toggle cruise control. So you, I actually want to put onto here. Good. There you go. So now it's all on my side panel. Save it. Thank you very much, system. There you go. See, it's kind of like having this system here where you've got 4 buttons on this side here, and you can just, you know, reprogram those buttons to be whatever you want them to be. So by using that interface, you can just set whatever you want to whatever button. Sort of what I've ended up building myself. It's sort of a side console, and with the Farm Sim 17 ease of operation, I can just reprogram it to do whatever I want for whatever operation. Now I'm going to upgrade that to make them savable. So if I'm plowing, it has one setup. If I'm harvesting, it has another setup. If I'm loading, it has another setup. I'm going to create a save for each of the operations. That way, whenever I decide I want to do something, I just hit one button and we're off. There you go. Just turn it around. Don't hit it with the back wheels. Whoa, that's a bit fast on the cruise control though. Hang on a second here. And all the way down. And then let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up. That should be better. Okay. Still a bit fast. Down to about, we said 10, 11, 11. Okay, perfect. There we go. Back we go. She was still in full speed cruise control. Alright, hit the cruise. And hit the auto steer. And drop the system. There we go. Maybe just a little bit more with the effort on. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, good. Meanwhile, just sit in the tractor, surf the web, you know, do what farmers do nowadays, which is watch their GPS work. This is where this big farming thing kind of loses some of its magic, and the square fields kind of lose some of their magic. But great thing about it is you can just get out here and be outside in the weather and enjoy the time outside. Watch the pretty birds, eat the remnants of stuff out of your field. Not a bad deal. I'm okay with it. Generally speaking, what I do when I'm doing these big fields is I've got a movie on my pad, and can just pay attention to things, make sure nothing breaks, and then just farm away. The other option is I could go to something absolutely monstrous like a big quadra-track, 4-track, and the quad-track from Case. Seems as how nobody seems to have quite figured out the 9RX yet. Oh, I know, there's a couple of them out there, but you don't have to spend too much time in your console to understand that they're not ready yet. All right, and up, there we go, and turn it around. Not a bad turning radius on this thing for all these wheels. All right, and cruise control, and drop it, and sit there. Yeah, that's a pretty good right there. Yeah, I'll take that. Some of the stuff's gonna get rolled twice, but I'm okay with that. I'll come back at the end and just plow up that headland. No biggie. Anyway, you guys don't need to see me do the whole field, so I will, I'll leave you here, I think, for today. Thank you for coming out to play. Thank you for joining me again. Yep, we're doing sugar beets, and I know you guys are going to go a little mental about that, but I promise you, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. What? And sugar beets, what could possibly go wrong? Epic harvest, that's all I got to say. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining me.